Alright, welcome to part 48 of my WWE Smackdown Shut Your Mouth playthrough. We are moving into the second week of June here, where we are going, or the third week of June, sorry, I forgot we did the first 2 weeks already. But we are moving right into the King of the Ring now, we're getting right to the tournament itself, and this is what I wanted to talk about this time. We know that I'm the defending King of the Ring champion from last year. This year, I'm not going to win the tournament, I decided. I don't want to win it because I don't want to go into the title match the next month and win the WWE title. I've said before that I want my WWE title moment to be winning the Royal Rumble and winning at WrestleMania. I'm going to try my best to have that happen. I'm not going to say it will, but I'm going to try my best. Anyway, before we can get into that King of the Ring match with Goldust, we meet Eddie again. I found him backstage, and we're talking with Ivory again, and we're going to team up. And I'm like, okay, I've teamed up with Eddie before. How wrong can this go? Well, the answer is I don't think it goes really wrong at all. I don't think I actually lose this match. Tag team matches take a while to win, but they're not too hard to win either. They're not hard. It's not hard to break up the pins. It's not hard to keep your opponent and his partner at bay. The biggest problem here is that I have to face Brock Lesnar. You know, Brock Lesnar's a bit of a beast. Whoops. Okay, I'm a little out of it right now. I had blood work done today, so I'm mostly all there, we'll say. For the most part, it's my arm that's just a little sore. Maybe I'm a little lightheaded, but I mean, that was a couple hours ago, so it's probably just a placebo. I think I'm lightheaded, but I'm not. With this tag match, I don't have much to say about this. I will have to comment a little bit on something later, because anyone who's played this game knows there's a tag team tournament that comes up in the story mode later in the year. I think it's the September or maybe the October month. I'm not too sure about that. We'll find out when we get there. We're only in June right now, after all. That was a nice drop kick to the middle of nothing. But anyway, like I was saying, this tag team match, not much to say here. I guess I'll say it now. When I get to that tag team tournament, because I've already played through it, I don't get the option to team up with Eddie Guerrero for some reason. And I don't know if that's because he's in a stable already. I'm pretty sure he's in a tag team with Chris Benoit in this game. Maybe. I'd have to double check that, but that's the only real reason I could see why it wouldn't let me team up with him. And I mean, I don't even think we're on separate brands either. I think there was that big storyline between Vince and Rick where I brought him over to my brand. You just think that with all the times that I teamed up with Eddie and all the times that we've worked together and not fought, that me and him would be able to tag team up here. But no, apparently we're not allowed to do that. I forget who I actually do pick as my tag team partner. We'll have to wait and see that when I get to that point. But for now, we're just playing through this random tag match. It's got nothing to do with anything. And in fact, it's the only reason why this part is only week 3, because of this tag match. The match with Goldust does not go long at all. In fact, all of my King of the Ring matches are short except the finals, but that's because I'm not trying to win the finals. And I won't spoil who that match is against. Not yet, anyway. That'll be the next part. I believe part 49 goes through week 4 and the pay-per-view. So, I decided to do this because, like right now, because I've been playing WWE Supercard again on my phone. I think I might have mentioned this a while ago, but for the longest time it stopped working. I mean, sometime in November or later October, the game just would not work, and I couldn't do anything about it, so I just had to sit and wait. Then, sometime in December, I tried it again, and it was working. It was working fine. I mean, I could play the game on my computer if I got BlueStacks or something, and I do have BlueStacks installed. It's just, I'd rather play it on my phone. It works better. If I'm playing a game on my phone, or if I'm playing a mobile game, it's made to be played on a phone. It's made to kind of just be played as something on the side. I don't want to sit at my computer and play a mobile game. That's why I wouldn't play something like Farmville or some other game like that on a computer. It just feels like I'm wasting time if I'm doing that. It feels like I could be doing something better. Whereas if I have a game on my phone, I could be clicking this game on my phone, just tapping it every now and then. It's nothing that takes up too much time and too much effort. It's nothing intensive. And at the same time, I could be playing another game on my computer. I could be doing some work on my computer. I could be talking to someone. I could be watching TV. That's the best thing to do with a mobile game. It's something to keep you occupied while you're doing something else. Or if you're in a waiting room, I will say that when I was waiting to get my blood test today, I was definitely playing on my phone. That's a good time to have it. Or if you're sitting on the toilet, of course. You know, I never quite got why people say that it's so unsanitary to bring something into your bathroom. Why is it unsanitary to bring something into your bathroom? Like, is your bathroom that filthy? My bathroom's not that filthy. It's a room that you want to keep clean because of what goes on in there. Sure, it gets a little grimy every now and then, but seriously, if I'm just sitting on the toilet playing a game... you're welcome for that image, by the way. If I'm just sitting and playing a game on my phone, I mean, what, you think I'm gonna wipe my ass with my phone? That's the way people act. I mean, it's like, oh, it's so filthy and dirty. You think I wipe my ass with my phone? No. I mean, even when I'm done, I will put my phone down. When I'm done wiping or whatever, I will go wash my hands, and then I will pick my phone up again. Is there really an issue with that? Same goes for not just phones, but for books and handheld gaming systems and other shit like that. This has been a weird topic to rant about. But yeah, I've been playing WWE Supercard again because it started to work again, and I'm just waiting for my Road to Glory bouts to reset here, because that's a new mode in the game, and it's a mode that I actually really like to play. I'd say it's the best mode in the game, actually. Because, I mean, the exhibition modes, they're okay, and I mean, People's Champion Challenge, I call that an exhibition mode. It's just an exhibition mode with some extra rewards to work for. They're okay, but they're kind of grindy. King of the Ring takes so long, and you need to be constantly checking your phone, especially when the actual tournament starts and you're not in the qualifying rounds. I don't mind it, but if you're not going to win, it's not so fun to play. And you can usually tell if you've got a chance to win or not. Road to Glory, on the other hand, I think is very accessible, and if they ever made a physical card game out of Supercard, I imagine that it would be played the same as the way Road to Glory is played. Oh, I did not win this match. I thought I did, and I probably would have if I stomped instead of doing that spinning leg drop. My bad. Maybe that's why me and Eddie don't team up. You get pissed off at me because we lost. I do find it kind of odd, though, that they team Christian and Brock Lesnar up here, because in the game, I'm pretty sure Christian's teamed up with Lance Storm as part of the Un-Americans. Maybe they're on separate brands now. I noticed that a lot of the superstars kind of shuffle around the brands over the course of the year, so some tag teams break up, some get back together. I don't actively check the roster, though, and even when I do, it's usually one guy changes, so it's one guy that I never fight anymore because I've got such a high superstar rating and they have such a low superstar rating. Speaking of superstar ratings, and I've mentioned how much I hate how it's done in Here Comes the Pain, but in this game, if you lose matches, your superstar rating will drop pretty fast, and that keeps things balanced here. It will also raise pretty fast, so it's another plus for Shut Your Mouth over Here Comes the Pain. So now we're actually into the quarterfinal matchup here. I'm taking on Goldust, and most of the guys in these King of the Ring quarterfinal and semifinal matches, in fact the entire tournament, is filled with guys that are very low superstar ratings. So that's why I have no real trouble here. I think the only guy who's got a somewhat high rating is Kevin Nash. And I'm actually surprised, spoilers, but I don't actually face Kevin Nash in the final. And that's actually another kind of funny thing, because I was supposed to face Kevin Nash on pay-per-view in the last one, but I did not. So I guess I'm never going to get that pay-per-view match with Kevin Nash. I won't reveal who I'm facing, though. But the other guys on that side of the tournament, it's Rhino, Chris Benoit, and there's another guy. So you'll know it'll be one of those three guys. And no, it's just because there's a guy that I didn't remember does not mean that he's going to be the guy that I face. Don't get that idea. But another plus to losing the King of the Ring here is that I get a different storyline in the July pay-per-view instead of the Chasing the Champion. It's just kind of a filler thing, but I like that. I mean, it's not like in Here Comes the Pain, where if you don't do a storyline, you get nothing for that month. And I know it sounds like I'm being really hard on that game, but I really do think its story mode is a step down from this one. And I will be griping about it a lot when I get to playing that game. I mean, it's not going to be a pretty sight. Pretty sound, I should say. I mean, I play the game okay. It's not a hard game to pick up, and the gameplay is definitely better than Shut Your Mouth. But the season mode is so bad. Yeah, it's better than the ones that followed it, but that doesn't mean it's good. That's like saying Load is a better album than Saint Anger from Metallica. Yeah, that's true. But Load is still pretty shitty of an album, in my personal opinion. I like Reload better. Reload's a better Metallica album than Load. Load is just a bunch of filler to me. It's got a couple good songs on it. I mean, I like The Outlaw Tour, and I like King Nothing. And for some lesser-known ones, I also like The House That Jack Built, and I like Cure. But then it's got some really shitty songs like 2x4 and Ain't My Bitch, and Poor Twisted Me. I can't even remember the songs because they're so bad. Okay, well, that's enough of that. We've finished the quarterfinal matchup. Since I'm the first one there, we won't see who I'm facing until next week. But we get this little cutscene again, and then in part 49, I will be going to the semifinals, and I will be at the King of the Ring pay-per-view. So I will see you guys for part 49.